Alright, hello and welcome everybody. This is Give Your Anxiety, bringing you guys another video from the GUA sub-tournament. We are in the GUA June 2020 sub-tournament. We're in round 32. We have PrinceofKabul versus XYH. And this is best of 5. Game 1's going to be played on Baja, California, and we're about to spin the wheel. Alright, we're going to spin it for PrinceofKabul. Let's see what Prince gets here in game number 1. That is kind of loud. Game number 1, Prince is getting the Spanish civilization. And let's go ahead and spin it for XYH. XYH is getting the British civilization. Alright, here we go. XYH, aka Zeke, clicking in. And we're getting to game 1 here in this best of 5. Alright, let's take a look at these players' ranks. This is the round of 32. We have Prince as a brigadier and XYH as a captain. So yeah, there is definitely a pretty big skill gap here. Prince being the clear favorite. Like I said, this is round 32, so there are a lot of matchups where it's kind of one-sided, since obviously like the higher seeds play versus lower seeds in a bracket. So this is kind of one of those. Prince pretty clear favorite, like I said, but we'll see. Maybe XYH can pull something out of his sleeve and give us a little surprise. Maybe at least maybe try to take a game or see what he can do here. But either way, it's gonna be great to cast this series, and I'm gonna cast it mainly from XYH's perspective, since he is like kind of a much lower ranked player. So I want him to be able to rewatch this if he chooses to, so that he can get like a lot of tips, and I think that'll be like a great way to thank the lower ranked players for participating. Not that he's like really lower ranked, but compared to some of the top players in the world like Prince, there's a pretty big skill gap there.
Let's go.
Let's go indeed. As we're loading in here to game number 1. Kind of long load in time here, but that's all right. Looks like with the Spanish, you got 200 food crates and 200 wood. And British, they get the 300 wood and the 200 food. So it is a wood start here. It's just a 200 wood. So Prince would have to gather 100 wood if he wants to do an age 1 trading post. So we'll have to see what he goes for here, as Spain with a just 200 wood start here. There's a 20 coin right there, but Prince is ignoring it. This is a nice little move. A lot of times players would see like, oh, treasure's right there, so like I should just get it, immediately go for it. But Prince knows that there's literally nothing he can do with this 20 coin. He'll pick it up and it's just in his bank for a long time. And it's also a very safe treasure where you can most likely get it later. So instead of wasting time picking this up, he's either going to be going for other treasures, like racing across the map to find other treasures, or he's just going to try to get that TP up as soon as possible and hit the sooner TP passes, or just increase the likelihood that he'll get those sooner passes. And XYH working on an 80 wood treasure, very nice. Looks like he's not kiting it though. This is okay because you're playing against Spain and they have 2 explorers, so it's kind of risky. If you would kite this, it would take a really long time. So probably the smartest choice, since the bears take so long to kill. This is a difficult treasure to get, and as we're seeing, there is going to be a treasure contention since Prince did a good job with the scout here with the dog. And looks like Prince does get the treasure, and yeah, it's quite unfortunate. Oh wow, what? Okay, XYH got the treasure. I swear it looked like Prince went for it first. Alright, so that's actually working out for XYH. However, he does lose his Explorer, and he loses his Explorer extremely early. So if you look at XYH's line of sight, he has this, and that's all he sees on the entire map. So that's kind of unfortunate. Like, he got the treasure, but honestly, I don't think I would have recommended going for that treasure. For example, here's even a 60 wood, which is significantly easier to get, and you're going to take way less damage to the point where basically your Explorer won't die. That's 20 less wood. But going for those big like bear treasures like that, when you know your opponent has 2 scouts, a dog, and an Explorer, and Prince is a good player, it's very likely that at least one of his scouts is going to scout that treasure, and then there's a good chance of being a treasure contention, or your Explorer just being super weak and probably dying from that. So, like, it's just honestly probably was just not smart to start that treasure contention. To start that treasure and just either like keep an eye on it and see if you can get a treasure steal or go for other treasures. But that's a really risky one to go for versus Spain. And now, like I said, XYH is kind of in a shitty position. Whereas Explorer died super early. He gave Prince that XP for killing the Explorer, and now XYH has like 0 line of sight basically on the map, and Prince is completely free to get every treasure on the map without feeling threatened at all in any way. And we see XYH dropping down the market here. Prince with 2 shipments stacked already, and yeah, wow, that's amazing. That's insane, actually. He's got 2 shipments stacked. He sent his age 1 3 villager shipment, and now he's just now starting to go to age 2, and he already has like 2 shipments and a 3rd stacked up. That's crazy. He's probably gonna have 3 shipments by the time he hits age 2. Like, Jesus Christ. While XYH, he's about to he'll have a shipment available when he hits age 2. It's gonna literally be like 3 shipments to 1 shipment. It's quite insane. Oh, and look at this, Prince getting native, such a good treasure. So XYH is going to pretty big manor boom here. Oh, he doesn't have any text completed. I feel like he built this market kind of long ago. It feels like he should have at least something researched by now. We don't even see Gangsaw being researched yet, and yeah, I'm pretty sure his market was built quite, kind of like over a minute ago. So this is a little bit strange. I'm not sure if Gangsaw's in queue, but it's still not researched. Okay, Hunting Dog's now coming in at 422. That means no Gangsaw essentially. So kind of a lot of idle market time there. It looked like. And he's going with a outpost, fairly defensive here, trying to get a little bit of map control of some of the hunts here. And look at this, Prince, he's got almost 3.5 shipments when he hits age 2. That is freaking insane. How's this guy gonna have 3.5 shipments available? Like, what does he do right now? What does he just send like 5 bills, 700 gold, 700 wood, or like? He could do like a 4 outpost and do like 8 pike, 7 rods, like do like 3 military shipments back to back. Like, that's insane. 3 shipments stacked. Oh wow, we got a forward bill from XYH. He's gonna get spotted though. Kind of an odd placement. I don't know if he's trying to keep an eye on the TP or what. Oh, and he lost his Explorer again. I didn't even notice it this time actually. And that's quite unfortunate. It looks like losing an Explorer twice before the 6-minute mark, that just feels bad. And now Villager, good job, good reaction time pulling Villagers right away after seeing, a dog native and an Explorer. You really gotta pull that guy back to hope. I don't know if she's gonna get back. Oh, Prince kind of pulling back there actually. We do have a barracks down for XYH behind town center. And no Gangsaw, what? XYH not researching Gangsaw, not a fan of that. Got the hunting dogs and steel traps, but no Gangsaw. And look at this, this would be such an easy treasure to get if he had his Explorer, but he lost his Explorer twice in this game already. So Prince actually shipping 700 gold and is now on his way up to age 3, and he's gonna have like 2 shipments when he hits age 3, and he just shipped 2 shipments. He's got 2 H2 shipments already in. I don't know if he has another one on the way too, or no. I think he's saving the other one. But, God, shipment progression is insane. And 700 gold out for XYH, so it looks like he is, he did make 5 muskets. I think he's going to try to age. Let's see if he's got more muskets in the queue. He just popped out 5 more. So definitely gonna delay his age up if he does age. We'll have to see what he goes for here, or if he's just using that to fuel his musket batches. Look, I think he is gonna do age now after making 10 muskets. Not the worst idea, but it just, I don't know, this just never really seems to work. Like, Prince is just gonna have 4 husks, an Explorer, and a dog, and like they can just kill the 5 musk basically. And and then even like potential mid-men call or like another unit popping or something. Like it feels so easy with Spain to like hold these like 7-minute like pushes. I don't know. Prince actually not going for ATP, which is actually something to point out. It's kind of interesting. Prince could have went for ATP and locked down the 3 TP line. I guess he thought if he did that, XYH would grab 1, and then most Prince would be able to do is just grab 2. So, perhaps a smart choice. But now, I mean, it's going to make it where his TP is actually maybe going to die. If he had ATP, his TPs would just basically just never like be able to die, or not till like late game. He is going to get another pass here though, which is really big, and it has a shipment on the way. So. And there you go. He makes dogs, and now he's going to go and try to save the TP, or at least just buy enough time for his shipment to arrive. He's going to go back in. He's trying to buy time for probably Lancers to be popping out. And I think he's going to let it die, I guess. I guess so. Maybe he's shipping Spanish gold. Here's the skirms arriving. What was the Explorer? He got up somehow. There's the Lancers. I don't know. I feel like Prince should have maybe just committed there to, kind of just lose a unit or two just to save the TP, buy time for the unit shipments. But TP does go down, so that was actually pretty nice for XYH there, to be honest, killing TP. And now Spain has no trading post, but they, like I said, they had so many shipments stacked that like they almost have like 2 shipments right now after sending the Lancers. So I think Prince is still in a really good spot. But at the same time, XYH, he's playing this pretty well, to be honest. One villager is going to go down, unfortunately, but XYH, he's in H3, and he almost has like 2 shipments available. And he's got like a good musket mass, so like longbows popping from TC. He's going to have like a pretty good army here, actually. He's just got to be careful with his army. 9 rods, that's actually an odd choice there. I don't really like that. And Prince is actually housed, so Prince is like kind of in a weird spot, and he's not using his native at all. I guess just keep an eye on here, but... I mean, I guess not the worst use, but I feel like you should be able to get better. So XYH's potential Minutemen call, he's probably upgrading his units right now. He doesn't really want to fight right now, and unfortunately he kind of is. He needs to call Minutemen if he's going to take this fight. And there are the Minutemen, but it feels like XYH didn't really need to take this fight quite yet. He could have went back behind his TC a little more, I think, and bought himself some more time. For at least now his muskets are vet, but I think they got upgraded after almost all of them died. There's the 2 cannons, so they're gonna get some giant volleys in actually. Oh, Prince, such a good job there with the stagger mode. Some husk popping, however, but rods are there, more muskets popping, and actually all the Lancers and everything are dealt with. So, he's gonna be sloppy with his cav right now, though. Well, losing a few husks here where he really didn't need to. And this cannon's going to get a pretty good volley. Yep, got 2 right there. Could definitely be doing more damage, though. Like, these villas should be body blocking that cannon. You could have pulled the villas into the TC and just popped them out in front of the cannon and just body blocked. And that cannon could have basically lived or got at least 1 more volley off. But with all that being... And wow, 5 husks! And wow, that's actually massive. Rods are almost cleaned up. And reinforcing skirms were coming here. So he could potentially kill all these skirms, and even more skirms rallying in. He really needs to, just go with the husk. He's really letting the skirms get away though. And now they're away. Now he's actually kind of throwing a husk. Now he feels like this is where it's tricky for Brit though. Like, how do you get on the hunt though? He should have probably done some bill pulling in those earlier fights there. Because, yeah, I mean, he did a pretty damn good job in this game, but now it's just this weird situation where, like, Brits have, like, 0 hunts, and right now they just have less army, so they can't really fight. Oh, man, XYH was looking pretty good in this game. He definitely made a couple mistakes, but now it just feels almost over. He has 0 vills on food, and, like, how does XYH ever train any more units? He's, like, now going over here, but this is just so much idle time walking, like... Just an insane amount of idle time. Should have won on berries a bit sooner. But it's just going to be so long before he can really get units out. I actually walked past this, unfortunately. But yeah, stealth scout is there. And there's 10 longbows, but it's just going to be like impossible for XYH to get any units out, really. Yeah, XYH definitely had the chance to win this game, I would say. So the first veteran husk quite nice there, especially since you have like no food. Might as well just gather golden wood. And he's like forced you on this hunt, but and I think Lancer's just gonna connect here. Lombo won't be able to retreat, and yeah, Prince is just gonna clean this up, and I think this will be the GG here. I'll summarize this game after he taps out here, but yeah, I don't think he has any more options here, so probably gonna see a resign here in a second. And there's the GG. And I really felt like XYH was in a good spot here, and I feel like he should have won this game. It felt like he threw this game, to be honest. Let's go over it. So first major mistake, like everything was good early on. Killing that TP was really nice. His first major mistake was fighting here, like before his muskets were upgraded. Like he didn't really need to fight. Like he fought right here, and he didn't really need to fight there. He had the better eco. He had Spain on 0 trading posts, so you want to like really delay that fight for as long as possible, as long as your villagers are basically gathering resources. So he like fought right here, but what he could have done, he could have like retreated a little bit more, like back here, and it probably would have even been better fighting in between buildings since he had like longbows. And if he would have just bought himself, like, if he would have retreated here, it would have bought himself like 20 more seconds at least. He would have had his muskets upgraded like when the fight started, instead of like basically when almost every one of his muskets were dead. The muskets finally got upgraded, and then so that's why I would have recommended doing that. And then also since he fought here, he did call Minutemen, but the Minutemen were late. Like they weren't in super late, but they weren't there at the start of the fight, and they definitely got less value than they should have because they were like 10 to 15 seconds too late, basically. So yeah, like I said, he could have had his army here. He would have been fighting here, and then the Minutemen call would have been basically even better, and it would have been way more difficult for Prince to retreat. So like unit pops would be more beneficial, since Prince would be further in the base and it would be more difficult to retreat. So that would be huge by itself. And then the third thing is XYH really should have tanked with some villagers. He should have just brought some villagers in the fight and body blocked. Like he had the better eco, he had Spain on no TPs. Like that fight was basically the game deciding fight, and you know this map's a really low hunt map, so he should have brought some vills into the fight. That's the third thing. And then I guess fourth thing is losing the Explorer. Okay, he had that mistake a couple times, like I mentioned earlier, losing it like twice early. But he probably should have bought that Explorer back so that he would have been in the fight that was here. Because you could put your Explorer in like melee mode and just have him tank. He's got like 600 HP, and you know no units have a multiplier against him, so he's like a giant tank. So just having him in that fight would have actually been pretty big. So that's another thing. And then also with his cannons, he kind of really fucked up his cannons. They were decent, but not. They definitely could have done more. He should have tried to prioritize killing the cav a little bit more. I think he did. He tried to prioritize killing the cav since he knew his cannons were on the way, but I think he could have probably done it a little bit more, as there were only like 3 or 4 more Lancers left when the cannons arrived, but they were able to kill one cannon very quickly. So the cannon initially popping out of TC wasn't the best, and that would be another moment where you'd be like, okay, I gotta pull Vills, just put Vills in front of the cannons just to protect them and body block. And then even after that, when he still had one cannon alive and he like lost the fight maybe by a little bit, Prince pushed in like a second time, and XYH had a ton of time to see that the rods were coming at the cannons, and that was like another obvious time where you put Vills to body block and have the cannon probably live and maybe even win from that situation. So yeah, I said quite a bit there, but that is that's everything. That's what I would suggest for him. If he did those things, he would have won, I'd say. But all in all, he did play that pretty well. It was just hard to see watching him not do some of those things. But that's it for game 1. Prince takes game 1. All right, let's go ahead and spin the wheel for Prince. Let's see what civ Prince gets here in game number 2. Prince getting the Spanish civilization. Oh, let's again. Spin the wheel for XYH. Let's see what civ XYH gets. XYH, no! What? What the hell are the with these repeat civs? What the hell? This wheel's fucking rigged, man. We went through this shit with me and Sputnik playing yesterday. What in the hell? This wheel is so fucking rigged. Alright, here we go, guys. We're getting into game 2 in this best of 5 here between XYH and Prince. Game 2 being played on Tuparro. And I don't know what the odds are, man. This is weird, but we got the exact same civs once again. Spanish versus Brit. Another low hunt map, though, so a little unfortunate for Brit. They're kind of getting, yeah, I mean, they're getting Spain, but they're getting 2 maps that are really low hunt, so I'm not really sure who's favored. And this is the Tuparro with 2 separate TP lines, so Prince could potentially go for Stagecoach here. Looks like one of these guys has not the best computer. I think their load-in times are really long, but that's fine. Wow, this is a really long loading time. Wow. Alright, here we go. We are loaded on in. So we got Prince in the red, playing as the Spanish civilization, and XYH in blue, playing as the British here on Tuparro. A little bit of idle time there. Gotta shift click them bills. XYH finding 100 food treasure really early, so that'll be a really nice treasure to get. Brent's not really finding nothing quite yet, nothing too good over here. I'll pass up that 100 coin that he looks like he missed, or perhaps he saw it and didn't go for it. Yeah, it looks like he did see it, so he's going for that actually. And what kind of crate starters this time? Looks like it was just 100. Nope, or it was a 200 wood. So Prince just built a house. So same exact crate start. Prince working on that hundo coin treasure right here. Let's use that crack shot. There he goes. So we'll have to see. I mean, honestly, XYH played that pretty good last game, and like I said, it was just like those couple little mistakes that lost him the game. But he was in a really good position, and yeah, I mean, I like how he played it, and I kind of didn't like how Prince played it. Like Prince didn't ATP, and I don't know, he let his trading post die, but at the same time, well, I don't know. These CPUs are kind of far. I was going to say it'll be easier for Prince to defend his trading post, but I don't know. I mean, if Prince builds one over here and he doesn't ATP, then it could be another easy target potentially. XY, it's picking up a 40 coin treasure, so having a pretty good age one here, better than last time. This is normally can feel a bit highish after antibiotics. That's a weird description. I mean, yeah, you can have a lot of times with antibiotics, like stomach pain is like I guess most common probably, like maybe like some diarrhea. Yeah, stomach pain with antibiotics potentially, but to feel high, I don't know, feeling high, I mean, it's a little bit strange. I've never had anybody say that, but yeah, it could definitely maybe, have you feeling a little bit off. Especially, especially if you're sick, obviously you'd be taking antibiotics for some reason, so, just being sick alone, it might have you feeling a little funny. Alright, so we got a market going down as XYH is aging up and he's using his villagers to start herding. I got 2 manners up, so let's see what Prince goes for here. He shipped, he does, 100 XP charge. That's actually a really nice one. He's going to walk past it. Nope, he's going to go for it. Looked like he wanted to go for the TP, but then he saw his treasure, and yeah, that's a really good one. So he is going to get it, looks like XYH. He's on his way there, but he's going to be too late. Feels slightly high. Yeah, that's strange. I mean, I don't know if it's more in your head, like mentally, and like I said, just a combination of being sick or whatever, and yeah, taking medication might have you feeling a little off. But I don't believe that is a confirmed side effect from antibiotics. When you read the label, I don't think it says can cause you to feel slightly high. I don't believe I've heard that one yet. Alright, so Prince is building a TP here, and as is that one that I pointed at earlier. XYH, more offensive tower this time, which I think is better. He kind of didn't have to be as offensive or forward with this tower, since this map probably is a little bit better hunt, so this is actually really nice. And if he does the same exact build, I think it's going to be pretty good. Oh, this time he did get ganks off, so I think last game, did he just forget, I guess? So much, yeah, it looks like he's off to a better start, and this will help a lot more holding that same aggression that he saw last time. And yeah, I mean, honestly, if XYH does the same exact build, I think he's gonna win this game, because I don't know, it's looking better this game. He's got a tower in a better position. I don't know, the hunts are still pretty damn thin, but I mean they're about the same as Baja kinda. And yeah, I don't think Prince is going for ATP. It looks like Prince is maybe getting up quicker though. And I think Prince won't have as many shipments. He had an insane amount of shipments early, since Prince did the age 1 TP. How did he do that last time? I think he gathered wood, I guess, because it was 200 wood start, and Prince did the TP immediately. I think Prince just gathered 100 wood last game in age 1, so that he was able to get that house up. And yeah, he had so many shipments available to him since he had that age 1 TP. And this game, it looks like Prince is getting up significantly quicker actually this game, but he has way less shipments stacked than the previous game. So, and Prince did send a weird rod shipment last game, which I really didn't like. So we'll have to see. There'll be a scarier timing push actually here for Prince, it looks like, and we do have that stable from XYH. It looks like XYH's H3 is just going to be sniffed kind of a lot later, so it will be a bit different where, yeah, I don't really think XYH is going to be able to kill this trade post like he was able to kill the trade post last time, getting steel traps and placer mines. So it looks like XYH is maybe going to play this H2 and just go must Huss, actually. I'm not sure if he is. Yeah, and even 5 vills and opening with Huss. So yeah, XYH is actually playing this differently, which I kind of disagree with. I wish he played it exactly the same, because then I think he would have won. But he's playing this differently, and I don't know. We'll have to see how it turns out. Yeah, Prince isn't. I mean, he's just not building market. He doesn't have that many shipments stacked. Well, I mean, he does. He's gonna have 2 shipments when he hits H3, which is kind of a lot. But I don't know. This will be interesting to see how this one turns out. It's going to be tough with Brits being stuck in H2, though, and I don't really see XYH being able to age. I think at this point, he's just going to have to stay H2, I think. So that definitely will be tricky. I'm not sure where these Huss are going. I guess he saw the Explorers and the dog. I thought they would have went towards the TC, but looks like XYH is going to lose his Explorer. Oh, and then he pulled back here. That could have actually been a pretty nice pickup there. So, I don't know, XYH has put a lot of resources into his army, but his army hasn't attacked yet. So that feels a little bit off. He is moving with 3 more husks, so could get a good husk catch here, actually. If he connects with the snare, oh, but he's pulling back. But still, he's going to have the potential to get a good catch here. And these manners are going to give him line of sight, so this could go really good for XYH. Prince shipping 1,000 would be more eco-focus here. It looks like XYH is probably going to lose this Vil. He is on top of it. Oh, there you go. Okay, this could be a really good catch. Being pretty good with his villager control here. But the husk is just sneaking by. And I think XYH is just moving his husk too much in a group. Like, every single husk right now is moving together. Like, why do could easily have 2 husks here, like 3 husks here, like 3 husks here. Like, you have to connect the snare. You have to trap these units. You have like 15 husks. And you're just like getting ran around like that. That should not happen. So that's definitely, I feel like, poor unit control from XYH. It's just moving his entire cavalry mass in one giant group. He's gonna get a nice Vil pick here though. That's very nice. Oh god, or not. Oh god, come on. You gotta get that Vil pick. You could clean up the dogs in the Explorer. You could get a Vil pick here. Gotta get a Vil pick here. 2 barracks and a stable going down. And getting the dogs. That's a nice cleanup there. Gonna get 1 villager. That's pretty good. Pretty good trade here for XYH, to be honest. And potentially a second Vil if he controls this correctly. We're just backing off. That went pretty well for XYH there. He killed a villager and he killed 5 dogs and an explorer basically for free. So that was actually quite a good trade there for XYH. Oh my god, he's got like 2k gold stacked though. No. I think he's going to try to age. It looks like he's going to try to age, but I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. If he had perfect macro, then like this would actually be looking amazing for him because he'd already be like halfway up to H3, but he really let his macro get out of hand, like, you know, over gathering gold significantly. But still, with that being said, like, he's looking pretty good, and since Prince ages with 1,000 wood, he's given XYH a lot of time and kind of continuing to give him time, which is really good for Brits. We have 40 villagers at 28, and Spain only on a single trading post. So, yeah, I don't really like how Prince is playing Spain. I don't know why he's avoiding ATP so much. It's like incredibly broken. But he's deciding to not really go for ATP and just like do the single TP. 2 cannons, and this is going to be an extremely scary push. XYH is almost halfway up, but his macro, like, why is his macro so crazy? Like, he's not really doing anything right now, but he's got like 1,200 gold. I mean, it doesn't look like he's going to be going for cannons. Does he have like a merc shipment? No. I guess he's just slipping up on his macro quite significantly here. He's going to need to Vil pull in this fight. He really should Vil pull, and I feel like he's not going to. That's good putting villagers in TC, start just shooting something. It would be nice to maybe target cannons or just, I don't know, kill something. Those 10 Vils would be getting much more worth being in TC. 1 Vil, almost going down there. But, okay, here, good. Yes, go on food. He got scared off from the gold mine, and yeah, now he's going on food. He's going to be able to get, like, well, he needs to buy wood before his market that goes down. Oh my god, he may not be able to get Miniman because the market goes down. Like, he'll be able to upgrade longbows. Should be able to upgrade 2 units right now. He can't send the shipment. I don't think he has a shipment on the way. Oh my god, dude. He still has a chance here, but he's slipping up so much with this macro will slip up. And, now that he's not even going to get the upgrade if he's doing it from here. He can't send the shipment, and he's got like 2 shipments stacked. He's still not building a house. Oh, this is kind of a disaster right now. He's like in he was looking like good, but okay, he has a shipment on the way. Maybe he snuck it in right before he got house. Vet Husk, that is huge. He didn't get the upgrade from the barracks, but he did get Vet Husk. There's Minutemen. Here's a shipment on the way. Pretty good big value. There's so many rods though, actually, and the Minutemen are actually just wasted. And he still has so many resources, he's just not using them. He finally is starting to drop some manners. But, oh Oh my god, he's got like 2k resources in the bank, but he's not using it really. That cannon's gonna go down though, so that, I mean that's pretty big. But oh, now letting Lombos go too far forward, and the unit control's a bit off, the macro's just off, and oh, XYH sending cav combat because he couldn't send a unit shipment because he was housed. It just feels really bad. And yeah, I mean once again, like XYH looked good in the game. Like he had himself in a good potential winning position, but then just like a couple mistakes and just like very quickly became a disaster. And like I said, if he just had better macro, he would have got up to H3 a lot quicker. Even after that, he like still had a shit ton of resources, but wasn't using it. 2 cannons, wow, just in time. And I mean, he has a chance in this fight. There's a lot of rods, but there's a lot of upgraded Hus here. We'll have to see how good these rods do, but now pulling out the villagers, but there's just so many rods, so it's basically pure Hus. I mean, the 2 cannons are living, and there we go, the Bill pull. This is what I was talking. See how damn good that is? It just body blocks him. Oh, we gotta go back to. Oh, he's there. Good, good. And so XYH loses that fight and basically loses the game, but that fight right there went a lot like better than it kind of should have. That was good control from XYH. Like, you know, given the situation he was in, you know, he wasn't really gonna win that fight, but he made that fight go pretty well. And pulling the villagers, that time he did pull the villagers and put them by the cannons, which was really good. The cannons got so much more worth due to that villager pull, but oh, sorry, I didn't update the score before, so that's 2-0 Prince. But yeah, I mean, just once again, just a couple of little mistakes really costed him the game. Like he should have been in like a winning position kind of again, but he got himself housed, and he just missed macroed, and he was like floating so many resources, just really missed macroed. And he just literally couldn't spend his resources because he was housed, and he was like, at one point, you know, he's almost like floating 2k resources when your opponent's on your front door. So, yeah, I mean, still a good game. Just the little things, man, the little things. So, alright everybody, we are going to be getting game 3 here. Prince is currently up 2-0, so XYH is going to have to win this one to stay alive. This is best of 5. Game 3 being played on Wadmalaw. And we're going to go ahead and spin the wheel for Prince. Let's see what Civ Prince gets here in game number 3. Prince can rush their civilization. And let's go ahead and spin it for XYH. Let's see what Civ XYH gets in game 3. XYH getting the India civilization. Alright guys, we're getting game 3 here in this best of 5 between XYH and Prince. And it looks like nobody decided to use a civ respin. This series may end with no civ respins. Alright, XYH playing as the India civilization, Prince playing as the Russians. I wonder, who do you guys think is favored on this map for this matchup? Not the player's skill, but the civs. What civ is favored? Let me think about this one. They both have C potential, but India probably has more C potential. I mean, they're both good at rushing. Typically on land, you see Russia rush India. The hunts are kind of far on this map. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I mean, I guess I would say probably slightly India favored. I think there's been a lot of debate about this matchup, though. People used to say it's Russia favored, then people were saying it was India favored, and then back and forth. But I think I would say it's a Russia or India favored here. Maybe like slightly. Yeah, equal, like very, very slightly India favored. Russia favored? I could see that. Has his computer worth the crate of 100 wood? Does XYH know that you don't get the 100 wood treasure? Oh man. I mean, you're getting a lot of XP, I think, from killing these wolves. I wonder, well, how much do you get for each wolf? 10? That's pretty good. That's a lot, right? That's 40 XP. How much XP do you get for killing this dude? 9. Yeah, that's pretty good. He's like, wait, where's my wood at? Why do I not have wood? Well, it's right here. Oh, he's making the journey. The age 1 journey. I don't even know if I would do that. That's a journey, man. I mean, you all the villager forward. Maybe you can use that villager forward, but and you're a little bit, you're idle, man. Use your scouts. Go do things. Go on the island. Get your 3 yaks. Get that gold treasure. Do something. Idled scouts for quite a long time there. Not good. I think he was maybe trying to heal them, but that's just not the right call. Oh, you know, he has been moving his boat a little bit. If he goes for this treasure, use your boat if you can and try to help with it. 90 XP treasure. Prince can find a 50 wood. Both players shipping distributivism. Oh wow, wait, never mind. Okay, now Prince says go for it. Gonna be going for the 9. Wow, Prince got with this? How does he know? What does he do? Or did he just mess up on the? I don't know. He knows somehow. Apparently, Prince took this path before and goes in for a sharp shot and steals it. Oof. And actually, he's gonna snare the India Explorer, but now run away. Yeah, he's probably too low. 176. Got. So that's a pretty nice steal for Prince, stealing that 90 XP treasure. And we do have a defensive aggro for XYH here. I like it, I like it. That's actually a perfect aggro placement. There could not be a better aggro place in the world on this map, in this game. This is the best aggro he could do. Do you agree? I believe everybody agrees with that. Very defensive and good hurting there. Looking pretty good. Good initial start here. Just 1 villager on the Wonder, which is probably good. Do we have a couple of villagers moving forward here for Prince? And Prince is going to be able to get that 50 wood treasure. 2 villagers building a blockhouse. XYH does see it, so good to know. Good to know. Oh, the Nat TP LOS showed it. Sieging down that old blockhouse, but ain't gonna do a whole lot with it. Could maybe put a 2nd villager on the aggro. I feel like, I don't know. His age of time's kind of slow. He's got a shipment available, and we got a market going down for Prince. So not going ultra aggressive since he's building a market here in the house. See what he goes for. Is he doing the 5 Cossack or is he going to go 700 wood here? He may try to lock down the TPE line. This is a pretty nice blockhouse placement where, you know, it's forward and it also kind of locks down this trading post. So let's see what Prince goes for here. And XYH, it's very interesting. The first shipment India sends in H2. Pretty much with most civs in all games, like usually I don't know, most civs always send like the same shipment as their first H2 shipment, but it can kind of vary quite a bit in this matchup with India. Sometimes people like 600 wood, some people do like the wood circle, and then sometimes people even send units like 5 seaport or 4 cav. I think all in all, pretty good control. Oh, nice elephants. Oh, the seaport weren't really doing much though. I was looking at the deck there for a little bit when I probably shouldn't have been. But I'm pretty sure no villagers went down. Oh, nice. Oh my god, like if Sours pop right now, I doubt, I don't know what's being shipped here, but I doubt Sours are being shipped, but who knows. Yeah, no villagers lost, so all in all, oh, whoa, what the hell's with this macro, actually? Oh, man. You gonna do double set of Minutemen here, you got probably, what's on the way? Are we gonna have units shipped here? If he has, like, Cossack being, oh, he's got a single Rajput. Okay, I think he's trying to like age apparently. He's trying to do like a naked FF. Oh boy. His macro is a little bit off here. Why is there not a shipment out yet? What is going on in this game? He was like looking good, like not losing any villagers, but I mean he hasn't done anything in the last like minute, so I mean he's still, even though he hasn't done a single thing, he's not like in a horrible spot. Like how is this shipment not here yet? He must have canceled and resent it like so many times or something. Like how does he not have a shipment yet? This guy's got 2 already. This doesn't even have gold actually. Wow, Sour's arriving at 7 minutes. This just feels bad. He just tried to do, I don't know, yeah, XYH just not being familiar with this matchup, it looks like. He tried to do like a naked FF versus Russia, essentially. Yeah, definitely got thrown off there. Well, he was actually originally, he did make Rajputs, which is some kind of cycle behavior. Well, I don't know, who knows, maybe Rajputs are randomly good versus like Russia or something. But, I mean, he like trained a single Rajput. I mean, this is still like a weak army pushing. There are some reinforcing muskets, but a couple of villages going down. More villagers, and yeah, just not looking good at this point. Obviously, XYH, some slip-ups there, just didn't go. I'm not sure what he was planning, if he was trying to do like the naked FF, or if he was trying to do Rajput. Look, well, he was floating a ton of food, so it looks like he was just trying to train Rajputs, but then like got himself housed, and just fucked up the macro. There's 5 Rajputs. Dude, I don't know, honestly, I could see Rajputs like maybe being good versus Russia, because like they're, you know, they can force the snare and just get on top of units, and then you can get like a Sour shipment and like Minutemen and Elephants. Like if you force the snare and force Russia from retreating, it can be really good, I think. So I could weirdly see Rajputs like being good versus like Russia, maybe. But the game just did not go quite as XYH had planned, so he's very far behind right now. Rajput's slowly kind of bleeding out here. And yeah, I mean Russia just with the much superior eco. Kind of just a matter of time here. I don't think there's really anything XYH can kind of really do at this point. Prince just playing it smart, not like being too aggressive. He knows he killed a ton of bills, so he just, you know, play out the long game, and he'll be fine. XYH doing a little decent push here, shipping a 5 Sepoy, but it was pretty good to Russia mass here. Rajputs, I think it looked like they're moving with the Sepoys, like they were kind of getting slowed down there. So obviously don't want that. Rajputs now finally connecting, but there's just too much Russia units, looks like. See how these Rajputs do though. Like I feel like the Rajputs are actually doing like pretty damn good. Yeah, man, I could see Rajputs like being really good versus Russia. Cause like one of the main things is Russia just likes to poke in and out and like hit and run. But with Rajputs, like you know, you connect the snare and then you can have like Sepoy in a backline or even like Gurkha. Like honestly, what about like Rajput Gurkha combo? Like wow, like XYH basically won that fight. What? Wait, yeah, he legit. XYH just won that fight. I feel like he should not have won that fight. And that, man, I swear, Rajputs, dude. I think they're undiscovered versus Russia. I think Rajputs are actually like a counter unit to Russia. Like he just won that fight. And I'm pretty sure he had a lot less military there. Like, yeah, legit Rajputs, like I said, they just forced the snare and kind of can get out, and like it's so big if you can just force the snare with India, because then you have like good strong seaport, which are gonna be all attack. You have 2 elephants that are like pretty damn OP, which like can continue to get stuns and continue to attack. And you know, one of the big points where like the elephants are kind of weaker is Russian players will like hit and run them and stuff. But if you like connect the snare and then you get like the tanky elephants and just seaport and elephants like getting potential stuns and stuff, like man, like it can be good versus Russia. Damn, now I'm really sad that he didn't get like units out sooner, because that would have been amazing to watch like a Rajput hold. But Prince obviously still like just chilling. Yeah, you're gonna have like 3 TP Stagecoach and just way better eco. Rajput's base stats, they weren't changed, were they? Wasn't it just the Rajput card that was changed? Or he doesn't even have the card for the Rajputs? Or were Rajput's base like stats changed? I don't recall. I know the card, there was a card that massively buffs them now that was changed significantly, but I think that was the only change to Rajputs. And Prince just waiting it out. There's no reason for him to really push it in. He's got the way better eco. Just playing smart, sitting on hunts. Oh, we got a consulate, but is he waiting for the export to come in? Maybe. Got a consulate, but he's not allied with anybody yet. He's got a lot of export in the bank. Maybe waiting for the consulate card. We'll have to see. Yep, the Mac intrigue, and now he will ally with somebody. Man, imagine like Rajputs and like Gurkha. Man, that could be deadly. For real, I'm gonna try this strategy, Rajputs, man. Yeah, that's why he was floating so much food early, because Rajputs are, you know, food heavy, 100 food, 35 wood. But he got himself housed, I think. He got himself housed. And he got like only a single Rajput out early, and that's what really fucked him. He overgathered food, and, you know, and I didn't have enough wood. Damn, that would have been so fun to watch. Let's see, somebody in the chat with the stats, RSY types Rajput siege attack increase to 25 from 20. Not nothing too big. Siege, obviously. Speed increased to 5.5 from 5. Okay, that's pretty big. That's actually like really big. Manpower upgrade accordingly. Shipment affected increase. Yeah, that's the card I'm talking about. And 50% unit and 50% hand attack. Okay, so big push here. So basically, Rajput's base stats, they got 0.5 speed faster and more siege, but that's kind of irrelevant. So they just got faster, which is probably a good change. And I mean, yeah, that's a pretty big buff to like holding Russia aggression if they're a little bit quicker. That's a decent buff. Villager pull comes in, but XYH just too far behind at this point. It looks like you got 2 batches of the guard hussars, which is nice, but yeah, these guys really are beefy. Jeez, 33 attack. I feel like a lot of times I need to just go for the guard hussars instead of like the 4 bills. Guard hussars are actually like fucking beast. All right, GG. So Prince taking this one 3-0. Pretty good series though. XYH. Especially the first 2 games, playing a little bit better than I expected. And obviously, Prince really big favorite. Prince, one of the top players in the world. And XYH was ranked that captain currently, so definitely a bit of a skill gap there. But XYH, he put up a good, entertaining series. So I'm grateful for that, and glad both these players are participating in the tournament. But that's me it for XYH's tournament life, and Prince will be moving on to the round of 16. And let's actually see